Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. My name is Bruce Jennings.
And I'm David M. Harris. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. Our first poem is written by Jeff Hardin, A Certain Slowness of Speech. Such a long life, yet so little time to stay up through the night, awaiting that moment the owl leaves its tree to alight on the eaves. I'm certain even my slowness of speech, though it wishes to leave nothing out, amounts to passing a hand through an ocean's incoming wave. A few friendships remain, each one a pardon, but not one soul knows that place in the creek where I stood, age 9, having survived my old life. After 2 days of rain, the clover heads whiten in the midday heat while I search through a book for a thought I once had in response to a certain word. So difficult to know an end is drawing near when all I wish to do is follow how the wind suspends the cedar limbs and then amends where it has been.
This is a poem that I wrote entitled Indulgence. Our limited willingness to indulge others is proof enough of the otherness of God. Our limited capacity to forgive is proof enough of parallel universes, the inevitability of other worlds. What does not indulge or forgive cannot last. At a departure gate, a man thought boarding had begun. A short way back, his companion lagged to window shop. He called loudly to her, as he would a child, and she ran toward him in naked obedience and noticed now by all, the spectacle of which etched her expression when, breathless, she learned that he had been mistaken, her reservoir of indulgence running on empty. Purgatory is a spatial dreamscape where the education of indulgence and the discipline of forgiveness converge in the best of Dante's poetry, the swaying movement of penitent souls driven along a narrow path in a deep wood, difficult to follow, herded toward hope in a place bordering on utter loss. Our limited willingness to follow hope through to its completion is proof enough that we will indulge turning purgatory into a market of promissory notes and monetize indulgence by selling indulgences, unmoved by the furious complaints from the north to pay the artist's bills. The Sistine ceiling is worth a reformation.
Fingers on Your Shirt by Louise Strang from her book Two Spirits Here. You are sitting on a stool near the stove where you have cooked for me. Bright blue are your eyes, warm your coy smile. I lean forward to greet you. With hands on yours, my fingers begin to climb the cuffs of that shirt you chose to wear. Walking up along your arms, my touch shows gratitude for all they've done for me. At shoulders' horizontal plane, bumps of thick cotton seams stop the glide of my hand's caress. I face the crisp ridge of folded collar neatly coming to its points. You breathe steady, measured sighs and rise taller, leaning back. Your fingers step down the row of round buttons firmly attached. All there, or another shirt would have become your present today.
In Winter by Nethraja J, when 16 years old. In winter's brisk cold was I born, like a hermit crab my life has been, but now my true home is here. If I'm a circle, Christ is my origin, the center of my life. I often speak the truth, laced with hints of humor, which are not to be taken seriously, nor am I, although not at first sight. We are the same, and if life is a masquerade, then prepared am I for this ball. From islands afar is my lineage, all meaning is in the apple of my eye.
Draped by VeerajaR. Draped in colors of the rainbow, spring arrives flashy. Draped in petals, unfurling heaven, every tree coming alive. Draped in scents, morning dewdrops, bearing the sun.
Come see what springs by VeerajaR. Spring is here, spring is here. Come out and see what springs out here. Water springs from the heart of hills. Green lush springs from the earth and spills. Daffodils with sunny smiles dangle scents of spring for miles. Beauty springs everywhere. Bugs and bunnies spring from slumber. Birds on trees string nest together. Songs of delight spring everywhere. Thank good deeds, bring joy forever. Come out and see what springs out here. Come out with siblings and thy friends, nod your heads and cling your hands. Spring your feet to music grand. Bring out the neighbors and dance in hand. For bringing joy to every heart, spring is poetry at its best. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.